AITA for not changing my dog's name when my new neighbor's child had the same name. I 36am the owner of a Great Pyre Australian cattle dog mix named Charlotte 6F. I live in a lower middle class suburb in an unspecified United State. I have lived here for about a year now, and I let Charlotte out to go potty roughly 6 or so times a day. It's always the same routine. I open the back door, Charlotte runs outside to pee and patrol the yard. Apparently it's a Pyre thing, and doesn't typically come bounding back to the door until I poke my head out and call her name. About a week or two ago, maybe longer if I didn't notice, new neighbors moved in across my back alley. I had no intentions of interacting with them whatsoever, like ever, except today when I was executing the last step of Charlotte's aforementioned potty protocol. I stuck my head out and called her name, but this time, alongside the familiar sounds of my dog galloping up the porch steps, was an adult human voice shouting something along the lines of, "Why are you calling my daughter?" At first I thought it might just be my new neighbors getting into a spat, until a couple minutes later I heard pounding on my front door. I opened the door to an angry man about twice my size glaring me down. He said something like, "Why the F are you calling my daughter into your house?" And I responded, "Your daughter's name is Charlotte?" And he just kind of kept glaring at me. In absence of a response, I followed up with, "Charlotte is my dog's name, dude," and he rolled his eyes at me and said I better change my dog's name because he doesn't want his daughter to F getting confused and running into my house. I told him that's not going to happen because not only did my dog have the name first, we also lived here first. Plus I don't like strangers making demands of me before even attempting to be polite. What I didn't say but really wanted to say is that teaching his child stranger danger is his responsibility, not mine. He called me stupid and said that a human child obviously has priority over a dog for a name. I shut the door in his face and stared at him through the peephole for a moment before he eventually walked back to his house. This last potty break, I went out with Charlotte and stayed in the yard with her until she finished her business, but this guy just kind of stood in his yard with his arms crossed and glared at me the entire time. TLDR. I think it's unfair that this father demands I change my dog's name just because he chose the same name for his kid. Rude and unnecessary comment redacted. But on the other hand, most humans think humans have priority over dogs for just about everything. AITA X200B